Yo, little amazing people of YouTube. So I want to show you guys something and touch on a subject that's really fucking crazy to me, right? So this is the object I want you guys to see. Check this out. So this is a fucking, that fake palm tree telephone, 5G, whatever the fuck they have, right? Now, when I was a kid, man, they had certain cartoons that they actually took off the shelf and they replaced it. That pretty much told us the future, right? One of those cartoons, as crazy as it sounds, was Sonic and Friends. They ran that series for like a few months, like 6 months or something like that. And then they canned it and they replaced it with Sonic the Hedgehog, which was this fucking stupid cartoon for retards, right? But if you watch the original Sonic and Friends series with Dr. Robotic actually being like this crazy fucking mad scientist, right? And basically in that cartoon, everything was technology. The trees weren't real, the animals weren't real, right? And they were fighting this future of technology, right? Another cartoon that really did that was Batman Beyond. All right, if you ever go back and watch the Batman Beyond cartoons, they ran that shit for only a year, I believe, and then they canned it because they were touching on too many realistic subjects, especially in Batman Beyond, because every episode had a new villain. And if you paid attention, man, those villains were actually in reference to futuristic technology. It seemed futuristic back then. Now it makes fucking sense. Like, holy shit, they were just telling us this is what they fucking have, right? They were talking about nanotechnology. They were talking about suits you can wear that were mechanized and shit. I think like the dude Screech, where his weaponry was sound, vibration, and all this shit, right? That fucking cartoon was telling us the fucking future as well, man. And I think there was a third one that I can't really... There's cartoons, like, if you go back to, like, animated movies, right? Like, you had Ghost in the Shell and shit like that. Like, there's cartoons like that coming from Japan that clearly demonstrated what the future was gonna be like, right? But made in America type fucking cartoons, I mean, everyone knows about the Simpsons and all the fucking crazy things they've predicted, right? But I don't know how much of that is really great writing. And yeah, I'm not too sure about the Simpsons, because it wasn't just blatant in your face, right? Well, I guess some things were, but some things were in the background, and that's a show with so many fucking episodes that you're bound to get something right. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny that, like, the Sonic and Friends, like, that cartoon was well made. It was a well made cartoon, and then they shelved it, right? They canned it and they replaced it with a dumbed down, cheaper version. The audio wasn't as good, the art wasn't as good, the stories it had no fucking stories. You know what I'm saying? And it was just fucking crazy. And then they released the video games and all, whatever, right? But like, that original cartoon, it was something else, man. And before you think it's crazy what I'm saying, I want you to take into consideration that, like, we have black projects in the United States, right? Like, we have like the SR-71, like the airplane, or the F-117. These weren't released to the public until years later, right? the first time they released to the public the F-117, right? The first jet that jet airplane that was can there's so many cops out that can avoid radar, right? The first time they showed this shit to the public, sorry, I gotta hide my phone, man. These cops are on one right now. The first time they did that was in a video game. Imagine that. So they actually gave like these blueprints to the fucking what the airplane looked like. They gave a picture, obviously, to the people that made the video game. And the first time they showed it to the public was through a video game. You know what I'm saying? So I've always said that people have forgotten that media is the fourth branch of government. All media. It doesn't matter which one. Dude, there are so many fucking cops. Oh, I think there was a shooting here. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I heard the helicopter, I think, yesterday night. Or was it today? Who the fuck knows, man? People get shot here all the time. Don't get the nice houses twisted. We're in the valley. We're in the valley. This place, I love the valley, though. I'm not bashing it. It's nice neighborhoods with just enough ghetto, you know? With just enough ghetto in it, where it's like, yeah, you know, people are still like, I didn't see anything, right? And people are still like, oh, none of my fucking business, but it's nice houses. I like that. When you go to certain other neighborhoods like West Hollywood and shit, you get too much of the, hey, what are they doing? Fucking Karens all up in your fucking business and shit. Asking questions, fucking looking. Like over here, it's people are still, they have that 90's mentality of like, dude, I'm just gonna keep driving. I didn't see anything. None of my fucking business, you know? I like that. It keeps people humble. Keeps people humble. Like, who am I to judge grandma over here, right? Like, what's grandma doing, you know? Well, how's she feeding her dog? Like, no, that's none of my business, you know? Crazy shit happens out here. So, people, yeah, I kind of like that. I like the balance of good and evil in my neighborhood. Right? But yeah, so anyways, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Solo, YOLO, BOLO. Peace.